CDCR News Channel 7 at 6:30. Getting the facts right.
Should people be worried about public safety?
Yes, they should.
Shasta County Sheriff Tom Bosenko, when I asked him about the state's plans to close the Reading Parole Office and release 5 parole agents and supervisors. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Mike Mangus. More parolees are being released into the Reading area under Assembly Bill 109. There will soon be fewer parole officers to keep track of them, and the Reading Parole Office is going to close probably within a year. Law enforcement isn't too happy about that, but this needs a lot more explanation. Let me tell you, I've been on this story all day. It starts at the Reading Parole Office on Benton Drive. It's not immediate, but Shasta District Administrator for the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, CDCR, David Nichols, told me the office will close in 6 months to a year, and 5 of the 13 parole agents and supervisors will lose their positions by the end of April. Nichols says it's because they have fewer caseloads, as more lower-level offenders are transferred to county probation responsibility. But Police Chief Rob Paoletti told me state parolees are committing most of the crimes, and he's concerned about a reduced parole presence in Reading.
There's still a significant supervision issue for parole in this area, and to hear that they're cutting the number of parole agents, I think does limit the amount of supervision that there is for those that are still left, and I think that's going to create some issues.
From there to Shasta County Sheriff Tom Bosenko. I asked him if people should be worried about their safety.
Yes, they should. Parolees represent a larger population of the criminals that are recidivating or going out and committing new and additional crimes.
So I drilled down into the numbers. I'm told 3/4 of state parolees commit new crimes, compared to less than 10% of offenders under county probation supervision. Chief Probation Officer Wes Foreman.
There's a lot of activity out there in the street that is still being done by the parole offenders.
When parole closes this office in Reading and consolidates operations in Red Bluff, Chief Paoletti has offered free office space in the police department, and Sheriff Bosenko says parole can use his department's interview rooms. Law enforcement wants to keep parole's physical presence in Reading. And I talked with Luis Patino in the CDCR office in Sacramento. He says an office in Reading is not critical because agents work out of their vehicles for the most part with laptop computers, and they will still live in the Reading area.